Hey there, everyone. It's Hybrid here, and today I'm going to be talking about swapping my entire gameplay over to PC. Now, with a lot of the games that I've been posting, on my short feeds, I have a Switch and a Xbox One Slim or S, whatever you want to call it, and for the longest time, that's basically what I've stuck with. I've had other game systems, of course, growing up. Longest time, people have always told me that PC was better, which I believed them, but I didn't exactly know how true that was. Like, the sheer power in this machine alone is just astounding. I'm able to run multiple softwares at the same time while playing my game and recording, and it's so much easier. Now, granted, I did have to come out of pocket a little bit because, all right, in all my parts, because I used the PC app or PC Builder app, and it helped me, find my casing and all the parts that will fit in there and everything. And I was putting this particular PC together. It's my very first build. I like I said, I have learned so much about computers more than I ever have before. I've always been kind of technically inclined, but as to everything that I've just learned is nowhere near what I knew before. Through the PC, I've learned, what are its limits, what it can do. I've been putting games on here, fast paced games, slow pace, and I gotta say that the results are just amazing. And the part that just kills me is that yes, I'm not able to play a lot of the new like Xbox and PlayStation games immediately, but a lot of them I can go ahead and get, so I can actually still play games like God of War. I haven't figured out how I can get Spider Man yet. I think I'm gonna have to get a emulator to play Spider Man or something along that nature. I think I can actually download it from the PlayStation Network, so it's not technically like piracy. Just the sheer power that this machine has is phenomenal. As a YouTube, uh, I guess I'll say I'm more of a YouTube beginner creator, and I'm making these videos and I'm running software because in my previous videos, if you ever look at them, that you'll see that there's a lot of flaws in them, and most of it had to do with basically the technology not able to keep up with the software that I'm trying to run. Originally, when I was making these videos, I just had a laptop, just a simple laptop. I want to say like maybe $500 worth from Walmart. It did the part for a little while, but it just like the programs that I generally use is OBS. I'm also using DaVinci's Resolve, and to sit there and do that and to record at the same time with playing video games, that little laptop just couldn't handle it. After I got all the parts together, I had to, watch different YouTube videos to, figure out how to actually assemble it together. Because I've taken like consoles apart and was able to put it back together, basically like reverse engineering. But I've never actually just like built a computer from scratch. And it was an amazing learning opportunity. I've learned so much when it came to computers just doing this. And and all like it sounds like a lot because it kind of is. Like I spent maybe a little over $1,000 on just the parts alone. The main parts that I got was just an 8 core processor, the cooling fans, the motherboard, Got about 8 gigabytes of RAM chips in there. The CPU cooler and the SSD hard drive. I got just a 1 terabyte for right now. I do plan on adding more memory since I'm going to be making a lot of videos, but it's going to take a while for me to fill up the 1 terabyte. Downloaded slow games, fast paced games, figuring out like what are the pros and cons of having a PC. I gotta say, one of the cons is having to sit there and adjust your graphics for certain games because of the video lag and how fast everything is moving, and it's like the game can't really keep up with it. Or it may not be the game, or it's the computer that's just moving so fast that visually you're not going to be able to play the video game right. I gotta say, another con, which a lot of people say once you learn how to do it, it is so much easier and better, is using mouse and keyboard. Personally, for years, growing up playing video games, I've always had a controller. And, I'm able to actually connect my controller to my gaming PC and everything. And it does make it a lot easier on me. But I'm still trying to figure out the mouse and keyboard. And honestly, I kind of say it's a little hard to agree with that. Alright, I know with like first person shooters, it will come in handy because of how fast you can move the mouse and everything and aim and click. Just to fire at such a faster rate. But for some reason, I guess because I'm just so used to it, using a controller is a lot easier. It's just that to me, like, alright, I just have, a standard Xbox One controller. Alright. Well, I also have a Pro Switch controller too. But, yeah. See, this thing alone, like, if you look at a lot of my shorts, and some people were sitting there saying that, like PC players, shoot like this and everything. No, this is how I've done everything. With this and just an Xbox One. It's easier for me to sit there and aim, the mobility itself. Now, granted, I do plan on getting a new controller. I'm kind of in debates on whether to get a wired controller or just a Pro Xbox controller. For the simple fact that, yes, Pro Xbox controllers have it set up to where, you can do half clicks, mid clicks, full clicks. And with me loving to play first person shooters, that helps. Like that fraction of a second really helps. But at the same time, when you use a wired controller, it's faster. And, a lot of people, like, they don't really know that. Well, I wouldn't say a lot of people, just a lot of people that I kind of talk to that kind of play video games. Like, if you use a wired controller, it is actually like a good wire controller, like a professional, like a pro wire controller that you can still do like the half clicks and everything. It is scary how fast it is. Now, the issue that I'm having though is I don't like the weight of it. Like, for some reason, every time I use a wire controller, it doesn't have like the battery pack or anything that's already instilled to it. Basically the software to make it wireless that puts that weight on it. And for some reason, whenever I get a wire controller and it doesn't have that weight, it just throws my game completely off. But I know it's faster and I know it runs a lot smoother because it's having a direct link to the video game. So I'm kind of stuck in a crossroads when it comes to that. But I kind of got off topic. But anyways, I'm about to swap everything to my PC. All my video games, everything that I can swap. Because there are still games that I'm not able to get on the PC, and I'm going to have to connect my Xbox to it and start, running those games off of there, and my Switch, basically the same issue. So I'm not getting rid of the consoles completely, but like basically the whole premise of this video is to sit here and tell you like the massive change that came with just swapping the PC. And it's amazing. And if you ever get a chance, don't be worried too much about the price. You can buy the pieces a little at a time. I mean, you could always, have a professional, put your computer together and, everything will be set up and you don't have to do anything. But if you're like me and, you're kind of like a jack of all trades in a sense. Like I was saying, if y'all ever get the chance, invest in a PC. That will be one of the best investments that you make. Because this thing, like in processing and power alone, it beats console all day.